good people, as you are aware, the Chief Justice, Honorable Martha Koome, has just launched the Judiciary Efiling System, meaning now moving forward, members of the public will now be able to file their cases online. Now the question that we are asking ourselves, what is Judiciary E-filing System? To answer this question, the Judiciary E-filing System is a web-based online portal that sits on a server and can be accessed from any location where there is internet connection. The e-filing system provides a platform for the law firms, lawyers, and non-lawyers to initiate filing of cases remotely or online. It means that litigants do not need to visit the court premises for assessment of cases or banking halls to pay for court fees. For you to access the Judiciary E-filing System, you go to this particular web address, efiling.court.go.ke. This is the official web address for Judiciary E-filing System, and it's now what we'll be using moving forward in order to file any case online. Now, from the launch of the Judiciary E-filing System, what is the changing implementation with this particular launch? Without e-filing, filing of civil cases is initiated at the court registry, but with the e-filing implementation, filing of civil cases is initiated remotely by the e-filing platform. You can also be able to see filing of criminal cases initiated at the court registry, that is without e-filing. But with e-filing, filing of criminal cases is now initiated from the ODPP end through the Uadilifu system. Without e-filing, court fees assessment for both new and existing cases is done from the case management system of the judiciary by the court assistants. But with the e-filing implementation, court fees assessment on both filing of new cases and existing cases will be done remotely by the litigant himself. Without e-filing, hard copy case documents are physically presented in court registry, but with the e-filing implementation, cases documents in soft copy will be electronically submitted to the court registry. Without e-filing, file case documents were physically date stamped, but with e-filing implementation, electronically filed case document will be digitally date stamped. Lastly, without e-filing, physically coming to document registry to inquire on case status was required, but with e-filing implementation, case status can now be inquired through the online e-filing platform. Now, what is it required to file a case online through the Judiciary E-filing System? Number one, you need to have an existing e-filing account or sign up to the e-filing system. Number two, you need to ensure you have all case documents in soft copy and in PDF format and properly named, e.g. affidavit, annexures, plaint, etc. Number three, you need to ensure you have sufficient money to pay for court fees and security of cost. Then the last thing, you need to ensure there's enough internet connection to your computer or the laptop that you'll be using in filing cases online. For you to create an e-filing account, you need to come to this link, efiling.court.go.ke, then come and click on this particular button that is named sign up. On this particular part, you can either decide to sign up as a law firm, an organization, or as an individual. For instance, if you are signing up as a law firm, the first thing that you will be required to enter is your law firm registration number. So you enter your law firm registration number here. Then the second thing that you will be required to enter is your law firm name. Then the third thing that will be required to enter is your law firm email address. The last thing that you'll be required to enter on this particular first step is your law firm mobile number. Once you have done like that, you will click next button. And the next button, this is whereby you are required to enter the details about your postal address. So the first thing that you need to do, enter your postal address there, then enter the physical location of your law firm on that particular field. That's the physical location. If you have an alternative number, you can enter an alternative number there on this particular field. Once you have entered your postal address, your physical location, and alternative mobile number, you will click next. And on the next page, This is whereby you are going to enter your login details, and the login details, it will include you setting up a password for your law firm account, or if you're an individual or organization account. So you enter your password here, then you click again to confirm your password by entering the confirm password field. After you have done so, you click on the next. And the next page, this is where you're going to see the confirm, that's the summary details of your account. For example, the account detail, your law firm registration number, your email address, your name, mobile number, contact address, password, and confirm password. Then once you have done like this, you will click on submit. After you have clicked submit, your account will be created, and you will send an email activation code to the email that you chose on step 1 about the account details, whereby you will be required to click on that email address to activate your account. Now, how do you log in to Judiciary E-filing System? For you to log into Judiciary E-filing System, you come to this link, efiling.court.go.ke. Here, you will see a login page, whereby you will be required to enter your email address and password. Once you have done like so, you click on login. For instance, for the account that I'm using, this is a law firm account. So on the dashboard, you'll be able to see a summary of your law firm as much as the e-filing is concerned. For instance, you'll be able to see how much court fee that is payable for the time that you have ever filed a case to that particular time that you have logged in. How much amount of court fee have you paid, and the total balance of court fees that your law firm is owed. Then on top of that particular that's dashboard, you'll be able to see different menus. For instance, there's a menu for parties. This menu, this is where you're going to see all the parties that you are representing. Also have a menu for calendar. Menu for calendar simply will show you a diary of where you are supposed to be, which court station as a law firm or as an advocate. You also have to see a menu for invoices. So this one will give you a list of invoices for your law firm that have ever been generated to you, whereby you'll be able to see the court station, the payment reference number, the invoice type, amount that is payable, how much fee that you have paid, the balance, and the status of your invoice. Again, have an option for that's for the course list. This is where you can be able to download the course list for any court station, whereby you'll be able to select that court station. After you have selected the court station, you select the court division, then you enter the date and you click view course list. So it's going to, once the course list is found for the date that you have selected, it's going to show you that course list. Coming back to the home page of the dashboard, here at the middle of the page, you'll be able to see a summary of all the cases that you have ever filed with each particular court station. For instance, the Supreme Court, how many active cases do you have? For Milimani Court, how many active cases are you having as per this account? There's 12, 0 pending number of cases, 4 closed cases, 1 archived case, and in total have all the 20 cases. So if you want to view all the 20 cases that you have within this court station of Milimani High Court, you click on that particular number, that is number 20. Here, it's going to give you a list of all cases that you are having at Milimani High Court, whereby you'll be able to see the case number, the tracking number, the age of that case, the filing date, the status, and citation. Then against each particular record or each particular case, we have a green button with an eye icon. So if you click on that button, you'll be taken to a page that contains the details about the particular details about that particular case that you have just chosen. So with each case, some of the details that you'll be able to see, for instance, is the case summary. The case summary, it will contain the parties of that case, the case type, the case number, the filing date, description, the case category, station, and the person or the law firm or the advocate who filed that case. You'll also be able to see all the parties for that case. The parties will include the category of the party, the party type, the party name, the firm agent, nationality, and gender. With the account that we're using, we have 5 case parties. The first one is an individual, which is the first plaintiff. We have the second party as an organization, which is the first dependent. We have the third party, which is an organization, as the third defendant. We have the fourth party, which is an individual and the second defendant, and the last party that we have is an organization as an interested party. So you can also be able to access the case activity. So the case activity, it's going to show you a list of activities that took place to that case. For instance, the first case activity was the registration that happened on 24th of July 2023, and it was done under the certificate of agency. Then on 25th of July 2023, there was hearing of application. Then on 26th of July 2023, there was also hearing of application. There was mention all the way to the last activity, which happened on 8th of April 2024. That's the activity name was highlighting of submission. That's where by the JO of the name, that's Honorable Visram Alim Ashil, and there was no outcome for that activity. So against each activity, you'll be able to see the activity name, the activity date, the courtroom, the action true, and lastly, the outcome of that activity. Then we also have an option for lodging request. For that time, you file an additional document to an existing case. Once you have done like that, you need to lodge a request for that particular document so as for you to be able to submit it to the registry, that's for perusal. So at the bottom of it, you'll be able to see status of the additional document that you have filed, whether it's payable or it's not payable, whether a request has been lodged or a request has not been lodged. Now, on the documents from court tab, this is whereby you'll be able to have an access to all the court orders that were generated by the judges, magistrate, and other JO officers. So for instance, in the current case that you are in, we have 3 court orders, and if you want to view any court order, you will click on view file. Then once you have clicked on view file, that's a PDF of the court order from the judge will be generated. For instance, so this is the format of that court order: Republic of Kenya, in the High Court of Kenya at Nairobi City, court name, that's Milimani Law Court, the case number, the citation, and the orders as they appear. Then you'll be able to see the name of the judge or the judicial officer who signed that court order, what particular date. Then at the bottom of that court order, having a special number, that is what is referred to as the tracking number of that court order, that you can use it to validate whether that court order is genuine or not through the Judiciary E-filing portal, the part of the public information kiosk. Then another thing, under the case details, there's a section for case fees, whereby you'll be able to see a list of all fees, the court fees that were generated, and against each case fee, there will be a button. For instance, if the case fee is not paid, we'll have an option for pay now. And once you click on pay now, there's going to have a pop-up that gives you a payment option for that case fee. You can either to decide to pay through M-Pesa, whereby you will be requested to enter the M-Pesa mobile number that you want to pay that case or the court fee. And once you click pay via M-Pesa and you look at that M-Pesa number, that's an STK push from Safaricom will appear to ask you to enter the PIN and to complete the transaction. You can decide also to pay through KCB M-Pesa. This is the procedure. You can decide to pay through the KCB bank. This is the procedure. And lastly, you can decide to pay through the RTGS or EFT. You also have an option for receipt. Once an invoice is paid or a court fee is paid, there will be an option for you generating the receipts. So this is a section. The receipt will contain that's the customer reference number, the transaction number, the customer reference number. This is the payment reference number from Judiciary. Then the transaction number is the transaction number from whatever the payment method that you are paying with, whether it's Safaricom, M-Pesa, or bank transfer, or the KCB M-Pesa. The date of payment, the mobile number, and the channel and the amount you have paid, and whether it's verified or not. If you want to view your receipt, you will click on receipt. So here is going to generate you a receipt. The receipt will include to whom it was issued, the amount, that's the amount, the mode of payment, and the total amount that is paid. Going back to the case details pages, you can also be able to view all documents that you have ever uploaded to that particular case, whereby under this documents tab, you can be able to view the document uploaded during the assessment. For instance, you'll also be able to see the duration or the last time, or the duration of since you uploaded the last, that's the document that you're viewing. For instance, for you to view a document, you will click on that document. Then it's going to give you the document and how it was filed. Was it filed at the registration? It's filed during what's list of document. Then this is the document. You can be able to preview it by clicking on it. You can also maximize on the preview window, and you can also print it direct from here, or you can download it from there. Now, how do you file for a new case? For you to file for a new case, you will come and click File New Case button on the dashboard of your account. You select a court rank where you want to file that case into. For instance, I want to file it in High Court. You select that is High Court. Then once you have selected the court rank of High Court, select the particular station. Let me say Milimani High Court. Then you select the division. Let me say High Court Commercial and Tax, and click Proceed. So this is the leading question section. You are asked what are you filing or applying for. Select from this particular section. So this is now the leading question section. You are asked what are you filing or applying for. For instance, this is liquidated claim or originating summon. Once you have selected like that, on this page you will be told these are files that are required to upload. Please tick the files that you have and ensure all mandatory files are provided. In this case, the plaint or counterclaim or originating summon, the verifying affidavit, and summons, these are required. So here you enter the value of the suit. Once you have done like that, you click on next. So before you go to the next page, it will ask you if you have any other additional application. For instance, do you want to file it under certificate of urgency or not? So if you don't have any other application, you will select none. Then at the bottom of the page, it's going to give you the filing bundle that liquidated claim originating summon belongs to and the fee amount. So the case type is High Court Commercial Suite, the commercial matters, and the total fee 71,000. For you to go to the next page, you will click on next. So this is whereby you will now be required to enter the case party for this case. To add a new case party, you will click Add New Case Party. Click an individual, then you select the party level. If it's the first, select first. Then this is the first plaintiff, and you enter the ID or the passport number of that party, and you check. So if this person exists as a party in the system, it will give you the record of that person, and you will click here to add that Samson Wafula. Now you add the second party. Click Add Party. Select the second party. Let me say that's a government organization. You select it. That's the first. Let me say this is the respondent. You enter the name of the organization. You enter the KRA PIN number if you have it. You enter the postal address if you know. You enter the physical address if you know. The email address and the mobile number if you know. Then you click that Save Case Party. So once you have added the first case party and the second case party, the next step it will be for you to upload the document. Remember, you are told that it's only the first case party and initiator that can file a document, e.g. the first plaintiff, first applicant, or the first petitioner. So for you to upload a document, you will click here Upload Document. Then you select the who is filed. They select the bundles, that's liquidated claim. Then you enter the title of the document. Let me say this is plaint. Once you have entered the title of the document, click Choose, browse for your computer, click to upload. So once you have exhausted uploading all the required document, you will click on Next. So next, this is where you are going to have to enter additional information about that case that will include the citation, the value of the case, and the case summary. So this is something maybe you'll already be having a Word document that you've already typed for your case summary. If you already have it, you'll just come and copy paste that summary of the case here. But if you don't have, you can just still type the summary of the case there. Then once you have done like that, you will click on Next. By clicking on Next, this is a case summary, a brief summary of your filing, whereby you'll be able to see the case parties, the case type, the filing date, the case category, case number, case value, the case parties, and the case document. So once you have confirmed the details of your filing to be true, you will click on Submit Case. And once you click on Submit Case, the second process will be for you to pay the court fees. So you'll come to where you have filed that case, select that case, view that case, then you go to case fee sections. You'll be able to see that invoice that was generated. Click on pay now, select the mode of payment. Is it through M-Pesa? Is it through the KCB M-Pesa, KCB Bank, or the RTGS? So if it's through the M-Pesa, enter the M-Pesa number there, click paid via M-Pesa, and that's your court fees will be paid. Now, how do you request to be mapped to an existing case? For you to do so, in your dashboard, you will click on the link request mapping to existing case. Once you have done like that, you select the court station. Let me say that is the magistrate, that is Murang'a Magistrate Court. Murang'a Magistrate Court. Select the court division, that's Magistrate Court. Select, that's the case type, then the case subtype, and enter the case index. Let me say, for example, 8001 of 2024. Then click on go. So once you have entered, you have selected the court station, the court division, the case code, the case index, a case that matches your search input criteria, it will be found. This contains the tracking number, the case number, and the citation station, and the age of that case. Now, because each case have different parties, so against each party we have a button that is named "Do you represent this party?" So for instance, with the current case, if I want to represent the second party, this Kelvin Muraguri, who is the accused, I will come and click this button, "Do you represent this party?" So I will click here. A pop-up window that requests to be mapped to that case will be shown. Here, you will be asked, kindly note that this will initiate a request for the selected case to be mapped into your profile. This will be subjected into a number of verification. That's a process which include results of file as well as notice of appointment letter available in the file. So here you will enter the party name. Let me say this is the party name. You will enter the party phone number. You will enter the party ID number. Then you will be required to upload a scanned original copy of the notice of appointment. Once you have uploaded that document, then you will click what? You will click send request. So once you have successfully sent the request, then the registry, the court registry, the end, they will be able to get your request, assess the document that you have submitted, and be able to that's to approve your request. So that's how a short brief description on how you can file for a case online.